Stay on, please. Hello folks, today we are back out on Black Creek. We had such a good time here the past 2 times I visited that I had to come out one more time before the end of the season. The area has changed a little bit. The water is a little bit murkier, which might not be a terrible thing. So we're definitely gonna be throwing that bright orange Whopper Plopper again. And we also have with us some new lures that usually I would fish off the pier. We actually got our Pier Pole with us today with the 130-pound fluorocarbon leader. And we've got some larger pike lures. So we've got some big spoons. We've got some, I guess they're swim baits, larger swim baits. And some different things than we didn't have with us last time. Because usually when I go out, I focus mainly on targeting bass. Well, in this case, we know this place has large pike. So I decided to instead today target the pike. So I'm anxious to see if we can get anything. We're definitely gonna start with the Whopper Plopper. I've got the spinnerbait all set up. I don't even think I had that last time. So I'm anxious to see what we get. This stretch has produced for us both of the days that we've been out here prior. But I do see that it looks like some people have already been fishing the area. So it's possible it's been disturbed enough where all the fish have moved on from here, because this is where I would be fishing. This is where I would stick to if I was somebody coming to this area. There's a lot of area to cover here, but I've seriously had my best luck right around here. Well, it's always when you're not after them, right, guys? Hey. All right. Not a bad start still. We'll definitely take that. All right, little bass to start things off with. Not quite what we're after today, but at least we got us a fish. All right, well, that wasn't a bad start to things. He was a little guy, but what the heck, you know? Especially to start the day off where they really don't care about the size of the fish. Just gotta get one in the boat. It makes everything feel a little bit better. Well, looks like there's a pack of them about the same size. Oh my gosh. And that one spot, I think he's a little bigger. A little bit bigger. All right. A little bit bigger. Got some meat on them. Well, maybe they're all grouped up over there. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, buddy. Let's get you back in. I'm already noticing one major change. It's a sad day. The giant mat of duckweed appears to be mostly gone. But it is still around the edges, so we can definitely still get that frog out. We're still gonna do it. But may not end up being as much of a focus. Unless that giant mat back this other way is still there. Then we might have luck with that. And that was in a pretty secure spot. Like, I don't see like a current taking that away. It was kind of towards the back. It was towards the back of the creek, off in its own area. So that may still all be there. And I seriously hope it is, because I was definitely looking forward to more frog fishing today. It definitely got me hooked. That success we had last time, now I'm all in on it. When you don't catch a fish on a bait, and you've never caught a fish on a bait, it's hard to have any confidence in it. But once you get that that first time out of the way, I mean, then you got it. It looks like there's almost no duckweed at all. There must have been a heavy, heavy current to move all of it out of the way. It's possible that means the pike have moved out too, if the conditions have changed that much. Which would be an absolute travesty for the day that we actually brought all the pike equipment. But honestly, so far, I can't complain. We caught those 2 little bass in quick succession. So already a worthwhile trip in my book. It seems like the conditions might have shifted back here quite a bit. That might not be a bad thing. I mean, we might end up getting a lot more bass and not the pike today. I'd rather get another giant pike at this point, but we will certainly take a whole bunch of bass too. Whoa, whoa, what was that? I disturbed something over there, and I don't think it was small. Dang it. That was little. That was not. I don't think that was a big fish. I don't know. You might still want them. We take what we can get out here. Alright, something's going on in there, because we just had a whole bunch of minnows flee. We're gonna pop this thing in. I think I've mentioned it on the channel before. Don't be afraid to experiment with your retrieve. Even if you got something like a Whopper Plopper where it's pretty much made for one thing. Try things. You never know what the fish are going to be into. I'm hoping that I can get a reaction strike out of something. If something's messing with bait fish and I see it and I chuck it at its head, it might be inclined to grab the Whopper Plopper. That was a huge blow up. I need to get over there. These people aren't even paying attention. There's fish jumping over here. There's fish jumping. Okay, yeah, now we gotta park ourselves right here for at least a little bit. Oh, I don't know if that was a bite or I hit a snag. There could be anything down there. It's only just over a foot deep. I need to get some more line on this reel. I lost a decent chunk of line the last time I was using the spinnerbait pole, and honestly we didn't really need too much for the frog, but when I put the spinnerbait on here, I can cast this thing like crazy. I mean, like right there, I'm already down. I was down to the backer when I cast that, which is not good. So I have tightened down the drag all the way. Unless we catch something like super giant, it shouldn't create an issue, and we shouldn't run out of line if they start pulling. Lost him. Dang it. All right, kayak, wrong way. Oh, that was a really good hit, guys. Really good hit, and we lost him. Whoa, something broke the surface right there. I might have to get the Whopper Plopper back out here. There's stuff. Oh. I've got moving leaves now. We got the wind kicking up, so I'm not just fighting against stationary leaves. I got moving leaves. All right. That's a better fish. Okay, so they were hitting top water over here. Excellent. That's even better. He came off the Whopper Plopper on his own. That is even better. All right. That is a decent largemouth. He's probably about a 15 or so. A little bit underfed, but overall a decent looking fish. So that's definitely more like it. Again, we're after pike today, and this is the day we're actually catching a largemouth, and that's how it always happens. But nonetheless, beautiful fish. We're gonna get this guy back into the water. All right, we may throw the Whopper Plopper a little bit more over here before we continue on down the creek. So that's good. That's the first fish we've actually caught back here. That is a good sign. Maybe a lot of the fish have moved back here, and there's a chance there's gonna be a lot under that duckweed pile that's down the way a bit, if it's still there. We don't know if it's still there, but like I said, I'm thinking that one has a higher chance of being there simply because of where it was on the creek. That other one was just on, you know, one of the bends of the inlet, and if you get water rushing through there, it's gonna push it all out. This other section was in a closed off, like back corner. So definitely a shot of it still being there. Oh, see right there. Come on, hit it. Whatever that was, I wanted to hit it. Unless it's a turtle, we don't want that. No! Well, that's not ideal. Oh, geez. Well, at least he was just a small one. That was pretty good placement. I think we're in luck. I think all the duckweed's down here. All right. We're going for broke. We're taking out the cull shad. I don't know if this is the smartest idea. But we're gonna see if I can get this thing in, A, without it collecting too much junk, and B, see if I can get this thing bit. Actually, it's not bad. I saw it collected one strand right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something, that was a pike. It had to be a pike. Something huge hit on the other side of this log. I think I can get this lure in there too. And it's caught on the net. There is a very large fish in here somewhere. Whoa, okay, he hit it. That was a pike, I think. All right. That was exciting. I wonder if that came out at all. Yep. Okay, first fish on the coal shad. I bet you that was him making that ruckus over there. All right, this guy hooked himself really bad. He's actually swimming around really good right now, so I don't want to pick him up anymore. We're just gonna let him go here. Well, don't come back into the net, bud. Come on, I tried to let you out. There you go. That's good. All right. Yeah, he got the entirety of the of that treble hook on the bottom of the call shad inside of his mouth. It went through his nose a bit, and the entirety of that was inside of his mouth. He totally missed this. He did not hit the call shad at all. He hit the treble hook. So he was very unfortunately caught that way, and I'm hoping he's going to be okay, but he just swam off with a lot of energy, so I do got good hopes for him. We're definitely taking the coal shad back through the first area we fished. All right, I think we're going to get the frog set up now. We're going to hit this back section right here, because we lucked out. There is still some duckweed, not as much as I was hoping for, but I mean, that pike was, you know, 60, 70 feet behind me, so there definitely is fish back here. Hopefully some under the duckweed, and we can get another good topwater blow up going on. The only thing I'm seeing that's an issue is this stuff is pretty thick here. I don't know how easy the bass are going to be able to see it. Oh, hi guys. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't disturb you too bad. Not trying to mess with you guys. Maybe I will throw the frog a little bit over here in this corner, and then I think we're going to start heading back to the area we've already been to, and I want to throw that call shad all the way around there. Whoa. That didn't look big enough to go after the coal shad, but something got excited over there before this thing even landed. That's better. Oh. No! That was a pike, guys. Big pike just hit it. Oh. That was a big pike. That was taking all my might to keep this pole from flying into the water. That would have been a decent fish. Oh. Oh, that's a disappointment. At least we got the one on this lure. I mean, we know it's effective at attracting them, and we can in fact hook one like that. Okay, not as big as the first one, not nearly as big as the one that missed it, or the one that I lost, but this is a good fish still. We will take any pikes today. Now that one choked it. That one did in fact choke it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We're gonna find out in a minute. That cull shad might be toast. All right. I decided to switch over and start throwing some regular crankbaits. I want to throw some crankbaits in the main part of the creek here. Let's see if we end up finding anything. I brought the giant Pier Pole with me today, just in case a large pike grabs on when I'm using one of the larger crankbaits. It is a very tiring pole to cast. On a good day when I'm on the pier, it is very difficult to cast from the water. So I don't know how many of these I'm going to do, but I wanted to at least try it out. Had to try it out. Whoa! There we go. Oh my gosh! Stay on, please. That's a giant. That's a giant. That's the biggest bass of the year, maybe, of my life. Whew, all right, guys. Ready for this? I wish I had my board. That 100%'s a 20. That's got to be a 20-incher. If it's not a 20-incher, it is a really stocky 18. Because this thing, it's got to be at least 4.5. That's the biggest one for the year. And it might have been bigger than the one I caught last year. That is an awesome fish. And we caught that on the Rapala crankbait, the jointed Rapala, so that's really cool. We're definitely going to keep throwing that thing. All right, folks, one last look at this guy. That's a heck of a fish. All right, buddy. Thank you for the fun. Whew. That was awesome. Well, glad I came here. I was almost going to go to the canal today because I've already been here twice. You know, I went here twice in a row, and then I went to Cayuga Lake. I guess it was a good idea coming back here today. Jeez. In case I haven't shown it before, this is that lure we just caught that bass on. This is a nice size. This is a heavy jointed Rapala. I will put the exact name of it right here. And this thing is definitely attracting the fish. I had, I think, 2 different pike get attracted to this when I was in Cayuga Lake. One went up and hit it a little bit. That was the first fish I've actually caught on it though, so that's a good sign that it drew out that large of a fish. I don't know if we're gonna head over there today. We might. If I'm looking at this right now, just the way I'm looking at it, it looks very stagnant. I don't know if there's gonna be that many fish over there. It's also very shallow. I've honestly been doing better in slightly deeper water today. That bass we just caught was a few feet down. I think honestly the super shallow areas are not where it's at today. They have been in the past couple times we've been here, but I don't know about today. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, no. Come on. You'll be a 5-pounder in about 4 years. Jeez. They're desperate back here. We're just gonna take a quick look back here. It is extremely shallow. We're about to bottom out here. All right, I've been working my way through this stuff, and you know what? I don't know if there's a lot back here. I know there's so much more back over where we started. Yeah, I don't know. I think the play for this area is that other spot. Maybe the way that's got the twin arches and then go past the twin arches and down that way. That'll be another trip sometime. As far as today goes, I think we're going to stick to areas we've already fished, because I mean, if it gets us more fish, then it really doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really matter if you spend the whole day with your kayak in like a 10 by 10 area. As long as you're catching fish from that spot, that's what matters. And it looks like, you know, I can definitely get the kayak back further around where I am right now. I just don't think it's time efficient. We've been having a much better day just out on the main channel near where it intersects with the river. All right, folks, that does it for today. We did pretty darn good. Last couple hours here, we really didn't have any action, but that first half of the trip was action-packed. So we ended up with a total of 5 bass and 2 pike, and that's including those really little ones. So I do count the little ones because it's still a fish. But we caught one really nice bass. That's definitely the biggest bass of the year. And it was just a phenomenal day out on the water. I can't say enough good things about this spot. And if you're looking for a really, really easy paddle, somewhere to just be able to go right off the launch and immediately start fishing, this spot is fantastic. The Ballantine Park kayak launch is awesome. They even got a dock here specifically made for launching kayaks from, and people can actually go fishing off of the one that's right to the left of it. Because there's always people here fishing. I saw them catch something earlier. Place gets loaded with bass boats going into the Genesee River, but they don't come out this way because it's too shallow. So that's kind of a nice thing. If you're looking for a nice place to go kayak fishing and not having to deal with bass boats, this is kind of it, you know? This is an awesome spot. So it's been an awesome year of kayak fishing. I really hope I get to go out at least one more time. But I want to thank you all for joining me on the adventure today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all take care.